Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the video. How are you? I'm fantastic. Thank you for asking. Today, I woke up at 103.4 kilos. I'm getting heavy, boys and girls. I'm getting heavy. This morning, I woke up at 103.4 kilos. That is a new high weigh-in for this off-season. My current macros are 270 protein, 650 carb, and 65 fat on leg days. On push days and pull days, I am at the same protein, the same fat, but 550 carb, and then on rest days, I'm at 350 carb with 80 fat. So they have slightly varying calories, and literally the only reason for that is because on a rest day, I do less, so I eat less. That's pretty much it, and I put my fats up accordingly, so the calorie difference isn't crazy amounts. It just puts a little bit more micronutrition towards fats, which is awesome. So today I'm in for push, shoulder dominated day. I'm going to head over to MJ's gym, which is about a 30-minute drive from me, but it's got a big gnarly piece of equipment that I want to use, so I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it. I'm going to take you through the day. Any tips that I can drag out for you, I will. How nice my view is right now. This is what I'm going to miss when I move to London. But it is what it is. Let's get into the day, guys. I am going to go for my first walk of the day, get a few thousand steps in, and set myself up right. I'd say look at my lovely breakfast, but it's the same breakfast that you saw in the last video, so I'm not going to even talk through it. Actually, no. I swapped out the egg whites for white chocolate raspberry protein. Instead, I'm going to talk you through the drugs that I take. So at the moment, you guys know I'm on a cruise, so I kind of took down all of the drugs I was using on drugs is such an aggressive word. I took down all the anabolic steroids. That's even more aggressive. From my prep, straight down to 300 milligrams total, 150 milligrams testosterone, 150 milligrams of mastron. Dropped out the mastron, so we could do essentially the same total compound, but for more bang for your buck. I'm going to get a little bit more out of testosterone in terms of muscle building gains and stuff like that. So I'm currently at 300 milligrams of testosterone. I don't want to hear anyone comment on that amount. I don't want to, people are going to do it anyway. I don't need to know people's opinions on me running that amount. I don't need to know anything to do with what you think that amount does or anything like that. That's just what I'm using. That is all I am going to say on the matter. I'm going to put this down very fucking quickly because I'm hungry. I'm going to get a little bit of work done because I'm going to the different gym today, so it takes out an hour of my day. Got to think about half an hour there, half an hour back. Usually it's 10 minutes. So I'm going to do a little bit more work now, get busy. We've got a big session, and I'm going to talk you through the title of this video soon. Bumstead vibes, flannel, Connie's, long socks. It's fucking shoulder day. Come on. A lot of people ask how to disengage the trap from a lateral raise. You don't need to. That is the function of the shoulder to come up, the trap to come up. Don't worry about it. Just focus on keeping the shoulder pressed, the shoulder girdle depressed, following up that elbow. If you get a little bit of trap activation, you do. So be it. I wanted to talk to you about the title of this video. Should I be shirtless? Oh, I shouldn't be. But it makes a good thumbnail. So about just over 2.5 weeks ago, I came down with heart palpitations. Now, anyone who takes steroids know you don't want to get anyone who does anything knows you don't want heart palpitations. But obviously, coming off a long prep where I had played with, thermogenics and things that mess with your heart rate, things that may potentially mess with your heart. I was very concerned because these heart palpitations weren't for a day. They in fact lasted days, and in turn actually ended up being weeks. Now, I left it about 5 days before I thought, okay, these palpitations need to stop, and it kind of happened in like a da-da-da-da, boom, and a big one, a da-da-da-da, boom, and like a big flutter, and then a boom, and I was getting literally 60 to 70 palpitations a day. I'm talking every couple of minutes, and it was really kind of scary at the time, and I didn't really know what to do. So I went to the hospital. I had a load of tests done, and actually they found that one of my heart enzymes was raised, which is a sign of heart damage and a sign of, possibly having, a mild heart attack or a stroke, or just basically something that had gone wrong with your heart. And they told me that, and they said we need to wait another 3 to 4 hours to see if those levels are going up or down. Obviously, if they're going up, we know that more like, you probably got some heart damage, we need to go do something about it. And it was a really scary time. I was messaging my coach. I didn't really put anything publicly on social media because I get people want to talk about this stuff on social media because it does drive attention. And hey, I could have talked about the heart problems I was having, a good few weeks ago when I was still having them, but I don't think that would have made me feel any better because of the comments I would have got, people talking about this, about that, and I don't think it would have been conducive to me getting my heart better. And I got to remain in the real world a little bit. I got my family to take care of, to think about, and I didn't want to kind of delve down that route too much publicly, but it was a very scary time. Now, fortunately, I got the blood tests back, and they were decreasing the heart enzyme that was raised, so it may have been from high exercise. I did go after the gym, so I was expecting it. I expected it to be. When I was Googling the enzyme they were talking about, I kind of saw that it could be raised from exercise, and I thought, okay, it's going to be that, so it's going to come down. But I ended up not leaving till about 1 o'clock in the morning after I getting my next set of blood tests, and they actually said that it was still raised, but it was coming down. They checked magnesium, hydration, electrolytes, all that kind of stuff, and it was all in place like I knew it would be because I supplement those things. But the problem still remained. I still had those heart palpitations, and it scared me. I thought, how can a heart be palpating for 2 weeks? It had been 2 weeks at this point. It's now been 3 weeks, but it had been 2 weeks at this point. And I thought, how can a heart be palpitating? It's either it's going to go. There's an underlying disease. I looked at stuff about lung cancer and all these different underlying diseases that could be possible, and I just knew that I was on the drugs I was. And if I'm brutally honest, and this is how fucked up it was, the only thing I could think about was not bodybuilding again, not necessarily living, being with my family and stuff, and that's probably quite a harsh reality of being obsessed with the goal. Is that was the first thing my head went to. I can't bodybuild anymore. I can't do this. I'm gonna have to stop taking this. I'm gonna have to start taking that, and it really fucked on my head this last couple of weeks. It was really kind of scary, and the palpitations wouldn't go. They wouldn't refer me to get an ECG, not the electrocardiogram. The electrocardiogram actually said I was alright, but again, the electrocardiogram is just like a 15 to 20 second snapshot of what your heart's doing in terms of beats. They said the heartbeat was pretty heavy, but to be expected when I'm this big taking steroids and I'm an athlete and I've been training hard for so long. But they wouldn't give me an echo, which is like a 3D outprint of your heart, which I now have. Because I was finding myself. I never felt bad. I didn't feel queasy. I didn't feel ill. I didn't get any chest pains. I didn't have any sharp pains through either of my shoulders. I felt normal. I could train. I could take caffeine normally, and it didn't change the palpitations. And it was very, very boggling, but I was kind of expecting just to go at one point and for it to go, oh, I need to go to the hospital. And it was really fucking playing on my head. So I booked in for a private ECG, something that everyone should be doing every single year if you're on steroids. You need to be checking out your heart, your ticker, making sure that it's working properly. And the guy said there that everything looks good, which is really good news to see, but I don't have the output that I should do at someone my age. And I was a little bit concerned. I thought my output would be high, if anything, just because I'm taking steroids and I'm fit, I'm young, I'm healthy. And he said that I may have a hole in my heart. Now, there's no way to prove or to show it without getting some dye injected in, and then they'll have to film it go through and see if there is a leak through the heart. But it gave me great peace of mind knowing that he didn't go, oh my God, this is wrong. Oh, your left ventricular is massively hypertrophied. Oh, there's massively low output here to here. So that was very, very good for me getting those results. But this is more of a story to say that if I wasn't taking steroids and I wasn't injecting myself with these hormones and things, like, I don't think it would have been as big of a deal. But all I could think was, I'm going to have a heart attack, I'm going to do this, I've got arteriosclerosis, I've fucked myself up from taking too much Claire, and I've done this, I've done that, and it just played on my head, and I think that in itself made the palpitations worse, and I couldn't get out of my head day in, day out. I woke up, the first thing I felt, brrr, boom. I went to bed, brrr, boom, and it just couldn't stop. And it wouldn't stop, and it was very, very scary. But actually, since I've had that echocardiogram and I had my full results from that, everything was pretty in range. I googled all the results. I looked at all the different results that you possibly could have got, and actually it did come out okay. So I'm very, very happy to say that the heart is okay. There was no hypertrophy. In fact, there was nothing abnormal about it, which is really, really good. And here I am 3 weeks later, and I had one palpitation yesterday, and I had one the day before, and I've had none today. So I think it was probably stress related. I hadn't been sleeping well. I was stressing about the whole thing anyway. And I just wanted to put this story out there for you guys to understand that you're gonna if you're gonna take this journey down the dark side, you're gonna have these things play on your head, and you're not gonna be able to get away from it every single day. And it's something that you really need to consider, because in this day and age, I'm seeing kids just jump on this shit to get bigger, and I want to do this. It's like, no, bro, this is for life. The illnesses that possibly can come from it, the side effects that can come, are all real, and you will play them on your head more than anything. So I just wanted to finish with that story, guys. That is kind of why I've been a little bit off lately. That is why things were a little bit kind of, touch and go for the last few videos, and I was just lacking that, because I was fucking scared. But we've got the all clear. We are Gucci. We are back. Not that I was ever gone anywhere, but I'm feeling good. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a massively good workout today. We've got more content filmed coming up. I'm going to Dubai next week, so we'll get some good content there. Any of you guys out there, comment down below. We'll get a session. Otherwise, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I shall see you very soon. Peace and love, everybody.